Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel and to this video. This video is where I'm going to talk about the full moon in Gemini, which seems to be, from my visions that I've seen, it's going to be a pretty big week and I suppose phase for us. It is on the 0% in Gemini, which is almost like the purest point. And we're really going to be looking into ourselves in a much deeper level, I feel. Now, I want to see these visions that I saw and then we'll get into the reading. I've got 3 decks of cards and just three cards out of each one. So the first vision that I saw was we're in this house and we were like sort of we're nailing down these nails and we're making these floorboards, and the way I see floorboards is like a representation of holding us underneath, beneath us, kind of feeling security under our feet, a grounding energy. And I saw us building this house or these floorboards, and as we're about to knock down, hammer it down, the nail actually goes down and falls all the way down into a well. Now we had 2 choices. Initially we got angry. We got angry that we're in the middle, we're about to finish these floorboards, and then we lose a nail, and it was the last nail of what we had. Yeah, and it's fallen in the well and it's almost forever gone. Yeah, and when I saw that, we had 2 choices. Initially we were angry, we were annoyed, we were like, oh great, like what am I going to do now? And the 2 choices we had is that we could go down into the well and try and find the nail, which is a little bit difficult, or we could simply just go out the next day and get a new nail. Now, the way they showed me that was the way we see our life. In the present moment, we build ourselves up. We try and do the best we can financially. We try and find security. But sometimes when we're just about to get there, or we're almost at the goal, or we're almost there, we almost lose that part and we go, Jesus Christ, like this is annoying. And it's almost like when you're going towards a goal and then it's like that nail. You're about to finish your masterpiece, you're about to finish your intention, whatever you're doing right now. You're about to do it and then you lose it and it goes down the well. Now, as I said, you had 2 choices in this. The first one is that you could try and make the past work, or the other choice is that you could literally just try and get something new that's going to make the present fulfillment for you. Now, regardless, whatever you choose, whether you go down the well or whether you actually get a new thing, you are still making your present moment more fulfilled. And this is how I want you guys to see the Gemini moon. It's like we've got these 2 choices, whether we can go into our past and really dissect, really understand what we're doing, try and see how we can heal from the past to make our future present more fulfilled and more, we've made it, we've done it, or we can simply let it go and really focus on something new, getting something that's going to make you fulfilled in the present moment. Gemini is like, I see it in this context, it's a duality. We've got a choice. We've got 2 directions we could go down. As I said, we could go down the past, and that could be really great for us because I believe, and I'm a big believer because I am a past life reader and everything, is that healing from the past makes your present more fulfilled. That's the way I see it. But some people maybe aren't ready for that yet, or maybe just don't want to. And they need to focus on something that's going to make their future, or make something that's going to, something that's outside the box, grabbing like a new set of, tools, or something that's going to make your present, fulfilled. And at the end of the day, and ultimately, it's about making your present fulfilled. You've got the direction where you want to grab that. So that is one vision that I saw. The second one, I did see a bit of a twin flame message. Now, a lot of us are stepping into this whole union energy, or whether you're really starting to get into tune with your twin in 5D. I kind of saw 1111 and I saw a reflection, like you were both looking at each other. This could mean so many things. You're reflecting, you guys are getting into union, but that's not my message through that. It's for some of you guys who are going through that. My message is that we need to start letting go of the way we think our twins need to be, or the way we think it's meant to go, or kind of sitting around waiting for it to happen. Because then, I'm so sorry, afterwards I saw that I saw that one of the twin was getting flown up into the galaxy, and it's letting me know, no, you're not going to get in separation, but it's letting me know that really start focusing on yourself these next 4 weeks, because it's going to really change your dynamic, and it's really going to change a lot because you're focusing on you. It's not about separation, but I'm feeling a separation in physical. I feel like you just need to let go of the idea of having a twin flame, or let go of the idea of wanting your twin to come around. It's simply about doing things for you these next 4 weeks and just letting go of the romantic side for now. The last one I saw was we're all in a shelter, and it was raining and was pouring down, and we're waiting for this bus to come through. And I kept hearing people, like men, women, getting angry. They're like, oh my God, it's been the longest winter. This is just ridiculous. When's the bus gonna come? I'm over waiting in the rain. We're under this short little shelter, and I want to get on the bus. I'm over getting wet. And this is how it's been for some of you guys who are in Australia. It's been a long winter, and it's not about being actual winter. It's actually been a long healing journey this year. This year's been dark and deep. We've gone into the darkest we've shielded a lot of the dark parts of ourselves, and we're constantly looking for it as well. It's been a long winter, guys. It's been a long time that you've been looking and dissecting yourself, and sometimes you just really need to thank yourself for how far you've come. But we're still waiting for that bus to come, and the bus is almost a sign that we're moving on our journey, and we can't move properly unless we properly look and face and sort of accept where we're at the moment. It's kind of like that sort of vision I was seeing was like, we're in this rain, it's not having stopped raining, it's so annoying. But if we just kind of accepted that, hey, cool, it's raining and we can't do anything about it, or we're just going to have to accept that this is what it is, then you kind of have this sort of like, oh, okay, let's just get through it then. Yeah. So it has been a long year of healing. It has been a long year of facing our challenges and our demons and everything that's within us. But you just need to keep at it. And they gave me a little message, and you can take it or leave it. It's up to you. But for you guys, I felt like only 40% is willing to do this type of healing, or more like tap into this type of energy. So you've got the choice whether you want to. There was like this choice, because this person came, or this spirit came through while we're actually at the shelter, and he goes, okay, who's going to come with me to the galaxy? And everyone's like, no, we're waiting for the bus. He goes, okay, then you guys stay here, then I'm going to go. And 40% of those people went with that spirit, that leader, that master. And that he went up into the galaxy, and they sat up, some of us sat up into these like little cart things and had all this energy coming down on us. And they said on the 26th of November is when this is going to be a really big galaxy download and energy that's going to start coming through. But as I said, only 40% is willing to actually tap into that. So whether it's 40% of you guys or whatever, whoever watches this, 40%, if you've got a choice, if you want to stay at the shelter and kind of wait for the bus to come and be in the rain still, or you want to get some good downloads and galaxy downloads on the 26th of November. So that's totally up to you. It doesn't mean you're going to be better or anything's going to change. It just means you just get more heightened. It's great. So it's actually really funny too, because when I was getting the downloads and when we were all sort of sitting down and like feeling the energy, I heard Kuna Matata from The Lion King, which is really interesting because I've never heard anything like that when you're getting a download. So if you want to play that in the background, maybe a nice meditative sort of Kuna, oh my god, I can't even say it now. You guys know what I'm saying. If you want to listen to that in the background while this is being downloaded, I really highly recommend that, because I feel like that would be really, it's going to bring some big downloads and energies for you. So let's get straight into the reading now. I hopefully haven't spoken too much about the visions, but I think it's a really good way of looking at our lives in very different ways. And as I said, I feel like this Gemini moon is a very kind of, it's like a choice. We've got a choice where we want to go. It's just about where you decide to go. So the best thing to do right now is to tap into yourself and see if you want to heal from your past or heal from something that's going to fulfill you in the present moment, and also just kind of detaching yourself from the twin flame label, as well as obviously having a choice and accepting where you're at the moment, because at the end of the day, like, you just need to accept where you're at. That's like honestly the purest message for that. Okay, so let's get straight into the actual message of where we need to go. So we've got a few really good cards here. We've got spiritual partnership, we've got let your friends help you, and we've got trempeth. Oh my gosh, you guys know what I mean. Who's gonna have to roll with me today with my vocabulary? As you guys probably already know, I sometimes find it very hard to pronounce words, so we'll just roll with this. Cool. So something that's really coming through right now is that we are going to start evolving, and it's like, if we accept these energies that I did say about the galaxy, we're going to be able to make decisions based on our intuition rather than our logical. I kind of feel a lot of us are very separate, yeah? And I'm even feeling spiritual people. I'm feeling a separate energy, and I feel like it's because we're running on the mind too much, they're saying. Cool. And this is because a lot of us are thinking it's like we're trying to find that, level of like whether we're being too spiritual, whether we're being too ego or too human in some way. And they're kind of saying the people, and a lot of us who are being that strong spiritual energy, we're still falling into the spiritual ego. I'm seeing like a big sort of slide at the moment, and it's not bad, and it doesn't, I'm not even saying this to say you're in a spiritual ego, so bad on you. It's nothing like that, guys. It's just about kind of letting you guys know, and almost just kind of, it's a learning curve, yeah? This whole journey is a learning curve. And if we can just accept and more be present and understanding of the spiritual ego and what the purpose is for that and where it sort of takes us, then we're able to make more decisions based on our intuition. Now, when we think that, oh, he's so in a spiritual ego, God's sake, they're just as bad as humans, you know, this is what people say. And it's not true, because it's just learning, and it's learning about yourself. You know, if you're not in a spiritual ego, how do you know how to trust your intuition? If you're always in your intuition, how do you know how to make rational decisions? It's like a bouncing game, and this is what I feel like this Gemini moon is. It's about finding balance in the dualities in self, but also the when to think with our mind and when to think with our gut. And that's where it's going to really help you to open you up to your divine purpose, into your potential twin flame connection, and also making decisions based on your highest good. This is a really good time to tap into, or more like feel and ask and question and speak to friends. I feel like some of us, this is where the ego comes through. We always think that our experience is we're end all, or if all end all, and also I don't know what I'm saying. And the truth is, there's so much more out there that we don't even know. So if we can get out of this whole like I know it all sort of mentality, and so cool, let's ask our friends, what do they believe, what do they feel with this, or what's some advice that they've got, or how do they see the world. It makes our truth get a bit more sharper, I'm hearing. So just really be open, and know when you are open to all things twin flames, soulmates, friendships, you're able to learn more. It's a learning and growing sort of situation. And this is where you're going to see the enjoyments in life. You're going to be crystal clear with where you want to go, and you're going to be open up to wherever you need to go. So it's really, really important that you just really be present with your feelings and potential mindset throughout these next 4 weeks. So the next one, we've got confidence, we've got release or X, and we have completion. Now this is beautiful, and this really brings a lot of calming energy for me. I feel like, as I said with that vision, we've been in the dark for a little while, and I think it's almost been the whole year. That's what I'm kind of feeling from that. This is a time where we get to change, and we get to change into a person that we want to be in. We get to be that confident person that we want. We get to step into our power, but it only happens when we can understand why we weren't in our power, and why we weren't confident. And a lot of the reason why is because of a past spouse, potential friendships, potential parents, childhood, whatever you resonate. But it's time to actually dissect that and understand it more. As I said, I feel like 2018 was kind of a dark sort of shadow year. Yeah, we really sort of tapped into ourselves on deeper levels that we've never really done before. And it's almost coming to a completion now. We're almost, I feel like next year is a bit lighter. We're stepping into this new person and we're doing all this new stuff. But it's only going to happen if we finish the year off in some way of clearing up our stuff up a little bit. Now, as I said before, really understanding your wounds. Where's your wound mindset? Yeah? Where are you at with your wounds? Are you addressing it? Are you letting go of your exes? Are you letting go of things that don't serve you? Are you constantly, weekly at least, doing these things? Because if you're not, guys, that's where out of balance comes through. That's where your shadow shows way more than your light, and you don't find duality in self. Now, this Gemini moon, as I said, it's a strong, 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 strong moon, because we are sort of finding balance in self, which is really hard sometimes. And because we have worked with shadow for so long and we've gone through the dumps and it's been a little bit up and down, we need to sort of finish the year off with the clearing up of the baggages, the things that don't serve us. And it's really about stepping in that with your confidence. All right, so the last set of cards we've got, oh wow, guys, this is great. Marriage. Yeah, we have spiritual career. Oh my god. And we've got unrequited love. Now, this is kind of what I was saying before. It's like we are already in union if we're going to define union with twins. But it's about sort of letting go of the physical attachment, as I was saying before. We are in here, and I was saying this before, we need to focus on ourselves. Yeah, this is where we're clearing the shit up from ourselves. We're stepping into our power and potential spiritual career. Who knows? A lot of us, if we're watching this, we are, quite intuitive, ready to go, and maybe we've got a potential career that we could fulfill in this life. It's about a commitment to self as well. Now, when I see marriage, I kind of feel, yeah, union, marriage, whatever, right? But I'm feeling like it's a marriage within yourself. It's loving yourself unconditionally. How do you want to be loved? How do you want someone to love you? Because if you don't do that to yourself, how are you going to love another? How are you going to step out there and love your twin or love your soulmate unconditionally when you don't love yourself? So there still needs to be a bit of self-love coming through, so then you're able to step into your career. I kind of feel like there's this lack of security in yourself. Yeah, we're going into, it's like that vision I was saying, we're doing the floorboards, we're really trying to make something for ourselves, but then we just always lose touch. We lose nails, they fall down and we can't grab them again. And this is your time to rebuild to yourself. This is your time to step up into something that you want to do. This is the time, guys. This is like the perfect time to balance yourself out, commit to yourself, and walk through life with more confidently. I kind of feel like your life, and I feel like everyone's life goes up and down. I'm seeing like a big hill, but it keeps going, like it's kind of like one of those ones. And it's like, hey, yeah, we're falling down, but now we're going back up again. And you just need to know that this is the way life works and accept that. And I feel like this is what the spiritual ego and all this spiritual stuff comes through, because we feel because we're spiritual, everything's going to flow for us, but it's not true. And that's where the ego was coming before. Now it makes sense, because a lot of us just think because we're spiritual, we're going in a spiritual career, we're doing all this stuff spiritually, that our thing is just going to go, woo, smooth sailing, I'm going to be up there, I'm going to be like bloody Gabrielle, bloody, what's her name? I'm going to be all these high spiritual powers. They went through hardships too, guys. They went through the downs and they went through the ups. But once you commit to yourself and you love yourself and you know that you're good enough to be something, then it's going to work out for you. But you're still going to have down days. You're still going to have days where you just don't like yourself. You're going to have down days where you don't really know if that's what you want to do. Yeah? they are normal. And I feel like a lot of us need to get out of this whole like things are gonna flow so frequently, because yeah, they flow, and I feel like when you're in a flow, you're in a flow for a while, but you're always going to come to a point where you have to go down a little bit, and that's where your healing goes, right? Because you get to a point, everything's going amazing, then the universe is like, well, we better chuck this at her now because she needs a challenge in life. Yeah, so if we can accept that our life is like that, whether you are spiritual or not, it does not make you better, and this is something I'm learning. We are not better than anyone else. We're all the same, guys. Everyone's the same. Everyone's here to do a different journey. Everyone's here for a different purpose. Everyone's unique. And we need to accept that and love people with non-judgment. Yeah, so really just step into these next 4 weeks of love to self, commitment to self, and just know that it's a roller coaster. And don't think that just because you've had to wait for ages, or you had to do something and you couldn't get there, doesn't mean that you don't deserve it. It just means it's not the right time, or you need to learn something, yeah? So let's go to the bottom of the decks. All right, so we've got change, crazy. We've got make the effort, and we've got animals. I'm seeing the animals as quite a caring nature rather than this whole like actual animals. For some of us, it could be potential power animals. That's kind of what's coming through right now. So really just being open-minded to what animals do show for you. But also this is a time to change. And this is what I was saying. Once we get in alignment with ourselves, once we understand and have a commitment to ourselves and kind of disconnect with how our life should be, and like really getting frustrated over little things, we become in a flow. And it doesn't mean we're going to have the highs all the time. It means we're going to have lows, we're going to have highs. All that's going to happen. But this is where change creates. And when change creates, I feel like it's immediately a positive experience, which could then form into a negative, quote unquote negative, where we're literally rebirthing into a new being. Yeah, so just see that this is a big change energy. And we just need to kind of work with that energy in quite a productive way. Now, as I was saying, this is duality change. This is light and shadow change. This is about making an effort to yourself, making an effort and taking the steps that you need to do for yourself. Because when you do that, you're in alignment. When our spiritual ego comes through and thinks we have to be somewhere because we're spiritual and we need to, that's when you're out of flow, guys. That's when you're disconnected to your intuition. And we all say it, and I feel like every spiritual person says it, but it's really true. We need to find balance in self. And as I said earlier, it's not about saying you're bad because you're in spiritual ego. It's learning about yourself. It's learning about what you could say next time, rather than going, oh, I shouldn't have said that, now I'm not spiritual, blah, 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 right? So this is a very big next 4 weeks, and I feel that we're going to have a lot of breakthroughs. As I said, the 26th of November could be a really good day for you if you really feel called to sort of proceed with that download. But regardless, just enjoy these next 4 weeks. Really focus on your energy. Focus on where you need to go, and focus what direction you want to take. You're in control of your life, guys. This is why I do my past lives, my present lives, as well as your future life, because it really does shape you and it really does help you to navigate where you need to go. So guys, I really hope you have a good next 4 weeks. I'll be doing a new moon one in the next 2 weeks. But yeah, just have fun. Don't take this too seriously. Enjoy yourself. See it as like you've done so much work. It's now time to like start going to spring, right? We're changing the season a little bit right now. So guys, I really hope to enjoy this. If you really enjoy this, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help support my channel. I do post vlogs, I post about gut health, a lot about talks and everything, lifestyle, everything like that. So if that resonates with you, please subscribe to stay up to date. All my readings, I do past lives, present, and also future, and I do that inner readings. And if that resonates, or I resonate with you or something, please check that out in the description, as well as I do healings and coaching sessions. I also have a sisterhood group. It's $20 a month, and you get unlimited in meditations, live meditations, healings, all this stuff. It's all involved. So if you're ready to heal and ready to step up, definitely check that out. But also if you just want to follow me on my social medias, I've got Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, just really stay up to date because I do post a lot of free stuff. So I love you guys all so much. Thank you so much for checking in. Let me know what you're really excited about in this new full moon. But regardless, I'll see you guys all next time. Namaste.